So why does humor work? Let's do a little piece of, do we have any psychologists, neuroscientists, brain surgeons in the room? Oh God, there's one down there, I'm in trouble. All right, okay. So those of you who know who are brain surgeons will know about the ventromedial prefrontal cortex, the orbital frontal prefrontal cortex, and the whatever it is, okay? But the reason why humor works though is that researchers will tell you that when we laugh, we've got neurochemicals in our brains. One of them is endorphins, and when we laugh, that they will tell us that endorphins start swimming around in the brain and make us feel better. Now, there is some logic to that, but I've actually been doing some research, and I think the researchers have got this wrong. It is not endorphins that are swimming around in your brain, it's endorphins that are swimming around. Okay. Now, here's the proof of this. Here's the proof of this, Steve Forley. When was the last time you smiled at an endorphin? Right? Never. When was the last time you smiled at a dolphin? Just all the time. 2 points about that little piece there. One is that if you can show, and if you're using PowerPoint presentations, I'm going to give you some ideas how to make those a bit more lively in future. If you can drop something into your PowerPoint presentation that you know puts a smile on people's face, and it's relevant. I mean, it can't be just out of nowhere, but I mean, you'll easily be able to find ways to make it relevant. People are going to smile, you're going to connect better with your audience. When you connect better with your audience, they'll pay more attention to you, your message is going to be more valuable. Now, the other thing about this one is a lesson that I think works, is that I've done a lot of reading on humor, and when you read some of the academic studies, they are not funny, I tell you, at all. But one of the things though is I do know that humor generates endorphins, and I was playing around with that and I was making those comments in 1 or 2 sessions, then I realized, hey, dolphins, there's some way I could drop this in. So I dropped the dolphins in on one occasion, was very surprised at what a positive reaction I got to it, and obviously I've kept it in now because I captured the humor. Now, what I would say there is that I didn't come up with the photograph of the dolphin, I did come up with the idea, alright, of using the dolphin, so it's kind of a capture and using the presentation there. The other thing though about that is that endorphins, and then I come up with a made-up word, endorphins, okay? But if you can play with words, if there's some slight ways that you can mispronounce a word, there could be some humor in that, or if there's some way that you can put a different word in that people might not think is exactly right, but is close to it, can work as well. I'll give you an example of that in a few minutes' time.